Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Ah, Jesus, again. Sorry about that. So, guys, I will cut that out. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about some very important stuff here for the crypto space. The crypto space is about to go completely nuts because the Ethereum ETF is about to be approved, and there is a lot of movement. You know that I have been talking about the Ethereum ETF a while ago, and every day said that I believe they have no other choice than approving the Ethereum ETF. And then in the last 2 days, I thought really, okay, they're not going to approve it anymore because they basically didn't show any movement in the Ethereum space. So now in the last days there is so much movement going on, and also for VeVe, we're going to talk about VeVe. We have the biggest drop day in the history of VeVe since the golden moments. So all of that we're going to talk right after the intro. So, good morning to all of you. Good morning to the rare hodlers. Good morning to the subscribers. Hey, Warros King, thanks for letting me know very, very quickly. This shouldn't happen. Always happens when I'm doing 3 times at the same time with the sound. But anyways, we got a good morning coffee here in this Ecomi mug. Very, very good. How are you doing, Trucking Hank? Sending the rockets. Guys, make sure to smash up the like button on this live stream nonetheless. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And yeah, share it with someone who doesn't know this channel yet. So if you want to become a rare hodler, like all these guys here around me, then you only have to become a channel member, supporting this channel with a small amount each month, and then you can get your name here on the screen. You can get access to the Telegram group, and you will be able to actually to see. This is now the first time that I bring this utility, but you will be able to for the first time see videos that are not open to the public. So there is one video, VeVe Market Pulse, up and running that you can only see if you are a channel member. So that just for that. But let's get started here. The Altered Hide project says 2 a.m. here, but good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. No worries, it's for everyone and everywhere all around the world. So let's get started. So Bitcoin, let's start with the Bitcoin chart quickly, just to see where we are after yesterday, if TradingView lets us watch it. So as expected from yesterday, we have our retracement. That's going to be our retest. It can take a while, this retest. We can even, maybe we get a quick swift move down to 67k to really retest on top of this previous resistance. actually should be looking a little bit more like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, so what would be the resist, like it would be somewhere 67,800 to 67,600, there and there about this retest. This can be a quick wick to the downside and then a move. Then we expect a continuation to the upside, because both the break of this in the non-logarithmic stage, the break of this, yeah, here, gives us this target of 77,000, and then the flagpole of the flagpole of the conservative, let's just put it like that, would give us the target of 98,000, just under 100k. So flagpole 100k, the break of this if this was more like a falling channel, 77k. So, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. So it's really crazy. Over the entire year, I said the chances that we're getting an Ethereum ETF are very, very high, because of the same reasons that the SEC had to approve a Bitcoin ETF. And the main reason was that they already approved an Ethereum futures ETF. And the main reason against it was the staking inside of the ETF filings that we had so far. So in the last days, though, we didn't really see any movement. And I said on this channel, if you were here on this live stream, I said that if we don't see this movement, or because we don't see this movement, I'm less confident now that we're getting it. Now, 2 days before, suddenly we get the movement. So that makes me confident again that we are going to see the Ethereum ETFs now finally getting. So what do we have here? We see abrupt progress through approval, and that is because the exchanges were yesterday being asked to update their 19B-4 filings on an accelerated basis by the US Securities and Exchange Commission. And that basically means they have to, these updated filings, basically they had to take out the staking mechanisms. So, and we will see in a second what the effect on Ethereum is. But here we see it's happening. We have at least 5 of the potential Ethereum ETF issuers that have submitted their amended 19B4 filings in the last 25 minutes. So they're all like going really quickly. Probably they had it already prepared in case they were asked to update here. So we have Fidelity, VanEck, Invesco, Galaxy, ARK Invest, Franklin Templeton. They all submitted their CBOE, and probably there were more after this post from the other asset managers that want to offer that. Still a let's just see the caveat here now that we're unsure. Still a potentially long way from a launch, but these filings prove that all of the rumors and speculation and chatter have been accurate. Need to actually see SEC approval orders on all of the 19B4, and then we need to see S1 approvals. Could be weeks or more before ETF launch. So just because it's a thing now, with the 19B filing doesn't mean that we'll have an ETF approval by tomorrow. But it could be a sign. This is the only meaningful, substantial change that I can find. Removing the staking language and adding very clear language to that funds ETH cannot be staked by anymore. Yes, this was expected at this point, but nothing else jumps at me. So this guy was really all over the Bitcoin ETFs as well. So we are going to stay with a close eye on what he's saying, but here we basically have the language. So this in itself is bullish in my opinion. And then we also see this here, VanEck Spot ETF has been listed on the DTCC under the ticker ETHV, and that was something that we only saw in the last days of the Bitcoin ETF approval. So it is interesting, or it will be interesting if we will really get it, and all the people are wrong on saying that will take weeks and months. We will see. We will keep a close eye on this one, but the effect on Ethereum is quite big. Let's just quickly get to this. I've opened this up before. So there we go. Ethereum on the weekly has a big candle here and is challenging almost its previous resistance before the massive drawdown again. Maybe let's refresh here to the daily, but this is a big pump, and it almost erased all of the losses that we that we encountered here for Ethereum. I mean, look, Ethereum hit 4,000 quickly and then had a drawdown to a max 31% drawdown, basically market drawdown. Now, out of nowhere, basically it did, in one day it did. These two candles in 2 days are 25%. So it almost recovered everything. Now imagine how Ethereum could perform, and this affects all of the altcoins as well, because when Ethereum pumps, the altcoins are going to follow after a while. So this is really interesting here. So we basically, you could also see if you take this, how it broke out. Basically that's your breakout. This in our measurements, we still have a second target, so to say, here for 4,500, which is the previous all-time high, more or less, just under the previous all-time high, which is the next target. The previous target has been hit since a long time, here on that we had in November. But overall, Ethereum is looking very bullish. If you see this, like this massive, I would say almost a rounding bottom with a small handle now. Do we have something like, like a big inverse head and shoulders, maybe something like that here, that is about to break out on at least on bullish news. Even if we don't get the ETF, the news can be bullish for Ethereum. Definitely a thing. I have to run a little bit through the content here today, because I have to jump earlier than usual. But also, interestingly, is what we are seeing is, and let me get this ready for you. If you go on the Google Trends worldwide and you're looking at Bitcoin versus Ethereum here. So yesterday we have looked at Bitcoin retail not being so much interest, or not showing so much interest. Now we see the numbers are actually up today from the 19th to the 25th, and Bitcoin has a little uptick, but also Ethereum has a bigger uptick. So Ethereum actually sees some bigger interest because of those ETFs now, and that is bullish in itself as well. Of course, we're nowhere near. Even though the price is near the values of the 3rd of March, when we topped out on our local top here for Bitcoin, for Ethereum and Bitcoin, the value on the search volume for Ethereum was 8. Now it's only 6. So we're still under that, which is a good sign, because the value of Ethereum in the last bull run, the search value when Ethereum topped out, was 27. So if we put that into perspective, now it's only 6. So there's still a long way. So even in search volume, you still have a 4x to go. And usually people only start to get interested when all-time highs are in and the price really goes on a massive rally. So that is probably where we will see our next uptick in Bitcoin, going beyond the 5, when we are going to go to the 77,000 target that we have. Another interesting thing, in my opinion, here is, and also good morning to Pennsylvania, Ontario, and good morning to the world. Patrick is just greeting everyone. That's also fine. So Bitcoin dominance. Yesterday we have seen how it made a higher high here, and now abruptly it just let me get this a little bit more in the middle. Abruptly it crashed. Yeah, because why? Because Ethereum actually went up so hard. So there must have been some move out of Bitcoin to ride that Ethereum wave. I don't think that. Let me just get back to the Okay, the day. Let's see the daily here. So basically, we see it here. That we have this abrupt move to the downside because of the Ethereum development in the last 2 to 3 days. On a weekly scale, we're still looking like this. So on a weekly scale, you have higher highs, but in the very immediate short term, you have actually even a higher low. So we will observe closely how this could look, because if the Ethereum ETFs get approved, it will spark an altcoin rally, which could then lead to more downside for the Bitcoin dominance. Overall, the trend is still up, so we're confident that the trend will go up more, as it is probably still Bitcoin season. With that, I think there's no need to look at all the altcoins. So I think that's already it, where we can say, let's look at Ecomi and Veve. Something went wrong on the chart here. Today is a big day for Ecomi and Veve. Today is the biggest day since a long time for Ecomi and Veve. And at the same time, the Veve price, or the Ecomi price, I'm just saying Veve price already here, but the Ecomi price is at basically all-time lows. If you consider candle body closes, there is the possibility of a little bit lower, but it's actually very low. We are still in the bottom of this whale accumulation. It doesn't appreciate whatsoever from what is happening today. Why? Because there is just no tie to the Blackpink drop, where you would say OMI is in any way relevant for this Blackpink drop that is happening today. Is the Blackpink drop still bullish? Yes, it is. But for Ecomi, we just have, hey, if you, I'm going to say this all the time, if you need Ecomi, if you want Ecomi, that is the point where you want to accumulate it, if you want it, if you really want to buy it. Dan O says Ecomi didn't get the pump memo. Absolutely, it didn't. It's just dominated by price manipulators, I'm guessing. Yeah, that is absolutely true, which is why we have this little whale icons here. And we're still waiting. Probably we can even expect lower prices for Ecomi than this, if the drop doesn't go so well, so it might have a negative impact, or if the price is being pushed down by whales like it did here. So to just liquidate a lot of, or to just trigger a lot of buy orders, to sell into buy orders. We will see. I expect the price, though, to bottom somewhere here, like we did many times before, and then to do a reversal into this upper range, and then we will see if it finally can break out of that or not. I hope that we can break out here, because if we would go into this range like this, it would be already June, the end of June. We could then go one more time, go back up, we would be in September. So there's one more time that this whole thing can happen before I would say, okay, now we're really in danger of missing something. If we're looking at it in the weekly, we see a little bit better how this would be now, something like, so here you have basically a double bottom, and then the double bottom in a double bottom, which led to this smaller pump, but overall you would form now something like a triple bottom or so. It's really after a triple bottom we should say, okay, please let's just continue to the upside, right? But it's all depending on our whales. Speedinator, just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the morning live streams. So that is my hope for the Ecomi token. It also contains the price targets. I think we will see 001 again fairly soon, which at this point in time, if people really are lowering their average, it's already a zone where some people can take profit. At some point though, I think we will break out of the zone. I've said it before. If you have a zone like this and it's holding, it's not going to the downside like this, that can turn to be something very bullish. I've shown this to you in the Chainlink chart, right? So here's Chainlink. It also did a similar thing. It's just slowly going downwards in that sense. It was a little bit more bullish than the sideways one, but after that, what followed was was a 180% pump out of that range. So yeah, we could have something like that for the Ecomi token. So I hope the Ecomi token will you see the same range for this breakout could be happening. And don't forget, on the weekly we have a bullish cross of the RSI, so stochastic RSI. So the momentum should over time flip positive, but you can see here how long it takes from the bullish flip to actually get back into that zone. That was almost a month. So we could see some momentum upside here in the stochastic RSI for Ecomi and still have it go sideways for 3-4 more weeks before we come up here. Also, we need news obviously to get that, but not over yet in my opinion. So let's talk about the big drop today. No big deal, just all girls of Blackpink Global posted the VeVe official drop. So here we see it. We have here the roses, Lisa, Jenny, and Soya, which is, I think, what is that, like Jisoo? Is that Jisoo? I don't know. I'm just getting familiar with the names here, and to be honest, I am not the biggest Blackpink fan. In fact, I've listened to one song or so. So for the Blackpink fans, I think the way is open to get into this drop here, and we're really curious to see how this all plays out, because social media for VeVe got a big inflow. They just got, I think, more than 30,000 followers on Instagram because of the endorsement that they got here. So also, let's look at this quickly from VeVe. So VeVe has already opened the waitlist for the Jisoo drop, and that is a 12-hour or so waitlist. So it's really, or is it even 24-hour one? I don't know. But that is basically the first one that we're getting, with 4 poses and then a crafting event, where I'm not quite sure if I'm not the right one to criticize on that, because I don't know how much the community of Blackpink is into this stuff, right? But I was wondering if it's not too complicated, and if it not would have been better to just drop the poses first and then do another announcement for a crafting event for a golden version, right? So that you are step by step basically learning how to deal with the VeVe app. I'm sure 20k plus waitlists on the UR already. Yeah, on the UR, I think like everyone is probably on the UR. I'm going to try see if I'm getting allocated for the UR already. The only guaranteed flip, yeah, probably. And it's also, so here's the thing. This one here is important, right? To push this a little bit. We see actually, and they should have probably posted this a little bit more in the beginning. you can win, apparently, one of 50 official Blackpink merch prizes, where probably everyone is chasing this year. An officially signed album plus photo package, which gets 6 winners. But what you need to do to get this is you have to post an AR photo or video with any Blackpink digital collectible, or feature them in some digital art. So to be eligible for the stuff. So maybe some people are coming in only to get a shot on that signed thing. And then also what I thought is pretty cool is that VeVe actually posted in Korean. I don't know exactly what they probably this has a Discord link, so it seems that they are inviting the Korean fam to the Korean VeVe Discord to talk about this. And then suddenly our community is speaking Korean. Yeah, I don't know what they said. So I'm going to like this nonetheless. But some of the fam is bringing stuff in Korean. Here also VeVe Viral. So this is cool. This is interesting. So that I think that was a good one. Yeah. It also seems that we are getting new comics in about 40 minutes at the same day. It seems that we are getting another X-Men comic on the VeVe Comics page. I think it's in 40 minutes or so. Same day as print releases of some comics. It seems that it's less comics than before. So if I saw this right, actually there is... Maybe they've posted it here. Yes, here we see it. Get ready to these epic releases at 12 a.m. PT, Wednesday, 22nd of May. That is right now, I think. And it seems to be only 4 comics. Not sure if they will release more than that. But we have another ASM, an X-Men, Ultimate Black Panther series, and Bloodhound Hunt, the 2nd edition. So I like this way more, because then it's more of like people chasing a specific comic. It has higher chances to get sold out if it's only 4. I don't know if there is still more than that. Released to same day as print. Let's see. So here's the VeVe Comics. Can we already see the new this week? No, this is still from the last week, I think, where we have the Mace Windu and stuff like that. What they could have also done is like every day release a new comic, or 2 or 3 every day, instead of like 10 or 20 on one day, because then it's easier to hit the add 10 comics to the cart button down here, which I really like. This feature is really good. So if we have something like that with 4 comics only, then might be easier to hit this button, right? 15 comics dropping in 35 minutes. Oh, it's 15? It's 15? Why is it only saying... Okay, crazy. In 35 minutes, okay. That is happening. The stream will not go until that moment, but I'm certain that a lot of people will go for the X-Men number 3 there, because there's so many fans of this X-Men 97 series. And then, if you haven't seen that yet, so you can just go on limited edition here, and then you can see the rarities for these comics. So I'm really curious what these look like, because I think they're not published before. Email list. Oh, okay, the email list is the 15. Okay, I next time I will probably take a screenshot, post that, and then use that on the stream. By the way, user inflow actually a little bit higher right now, or actually was higher. So here we went to 150, 59, and then we lost 5. So I don't know, is there a flip happening or what? So it's just going up and then down again. I don't know. This must be some flipping going on or so. Alan Thompson says, GMPH, what's your plan for the drop? My plan for the drop is enlisting for the ultra rare. I'm going to queue for the ultra rare. That's what I'm going to do today. So queuing for the ultra rare, but without MCP. So there will be a lot of people probably going with MCP for the ultra rare, which means to guarantee the flip, which means that I will have to speculate on the, I don't know what that is, like the 50% allocation or so to the random people. How many points for BP ultra rare guaranteed? I'd say guarantee 50k, maybe 50,000 MCP. It would be a guarantee. I think so, to guarantee that, but I'm not quite sure if that's accurate, because you have to think that everyone, like all the Blackpink fans, they don't have MCP. Like all the Blackpink fans that are coming in now, they don't have MCP, so they cannot go for it. They cannot go for the guarantee. They can only go for the gamble, unless some of them have purchased more or so. I don't know, but so what we should hopefully see is that after this drop, the new wallets are going up crazy and don't come back down. So we don't want to see it all go to flippers that had zero collectibles already, that sell it in the aftermarket, and then that is not what we want to see. But I might be just going for this, because what I want is, like, I would flip it and then I would buy a secret rare comic from the gains. That's basically my goal. I want to add another secret rare comic to my collection. So it's like, let's say I buy it for 60, I can flip it for, let's say I can flip it for 200 gems, which would be very positive and motivated, right? I would want to, basically I would want to take these gains and buy one or two, even if possible, 2 of the 40 scarcity comics. So if I see some of them, sometimes I see some of them below 100 gems. If I can make 200 gems out of that, that would be cool. 100k plus wouldn't surprise me. What do you mean? MCP? This is the first guaranteed profit no blind box in a long time. Oh yeah. Yeah. But the question is how many MCP for a guaranteed profit? So people would then, what I like about this is that it will burn a hell of a lot MCP, because there are some people that are going to spend much MCP into that, and we will have 4 drop days, right? Only 25% for MCP. Yeah, so there will be a lot of MCP going into that. Then maybe you need 100k. I will definitely not spend MCP on that. Why? Because I need my MCP if my favorite stuff comes out, right? So let's just say they drop One Piece or Naruto or Pokemon or Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's basically the stuff where I would say this is where I'm going to go for the drop hard, right? Where I'm going to spend my MCPs on, like this stuff, childhood stuff. One Piece being the biggest of them all, together with Pokemon, right? So the One Piece, if we get One Piece, I would like to see something like, One Piece, the character is static, but if you give it a dragon fruit, it gets animated, or something like that, right? I really want to see something big coming out with that. Or say to this morning I had the idea. So let's just assume they get Pokemon and they can use like they can do all the collectibles, right? The first 150 Pokemons. I would love to see a mega blind box where you just have, let's say the whole blind box has like 500,000 collectibles, and but only 500 of them are Charizards, and then you have like 500 Blastoise, and so really like big chase items, right? And then the rest, like, but you have a Weedle that is like, there is 15,000 Weedles in there or something like that. But the blind box goes over all 150 Pokemons, and it's just minting like crazy. And every one of those is like 50 gems or so. You're minting like crazy, and obviously the Weedle goes to 5 gems or so in the end. Whereas the Charizard is like the big banger thing, like ultimate animated secret rare. I don't know what. That would be crazy. Can't wait for Pokemon, says Patrick Bullman. Anime Pokemon and millennial nostalgia stuff. TNT, Animaniacs, yep, EDC, absolutely. There's so much that can. By the way, I still need to. So this is if the collectible prices stay down a little bit more, I need to get some more things. For example, I still need to get an Astro Boy. So if I can get that one cheap, I'm happy. So this is the problem. There is a lot of stuff on the VeVe app that I like and that I would get more of. I'm so focused on the comics right now, or so focused on the comics, but still there are some things that I want to get, right? So I want to get some Lamborghini collectibles. I want to get an Astro Boy. I don't know. I still like the Peelies, even though they are not worth much. Yeah. So Nintendo characters would kill. That's also very, very true. Why is this always sending me some advertisement here? Yeah. So we're really going to. So probably I have to see my calendar if I can come back in time for the drop here. Maybe we could even go live for the drop, but I think I can't because it's just always in the no, I can't because I have a fucking meeting when this happens. So damn. Okay. Well, speaking of that, unfortunately, I have to jump early today, guys. So make sure to smash up the like button right now for the developments. Ethereum and Blackpink drop, two big developments this week. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And guys, wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. Enjoy your coffees, and I see you in the next live stream. Have a good one.